What's going on, YouTube? Team Legends here with the deck profile. What's your name, pal?
Kevin.
Kevin. What'd you play today?
Shaddoll. Clowns with notice.
Sweet. How'd you do?
I went undefeated until the last round, and where I lost to our only XO, I believe.
Oh, sweet. So at least you got the top.
Yep.
You happy? You don't look too happy.
No, I'm tired.
You just look tired, man.
It's like 9:30 right now.
All right, we'll make this easy for you. Let's see what you played.
So the Shaddoll build-up, 2 of each Shaddoll, 2 Falco, 2 Dragon, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Squamata, 2 Beast.
2 Beast, all right.
So for the clowns, 1 each, Trick Clown and Juggler, and Hat Trigger, 3 Juggler.
Did you ever feel like you were missing another clown, like a hat trick?
No, I did not, because most of the time Noden recycled it for me.
Oh, okay. You played a heavy Noden build.
And standard 3 Mathematician.
I love that.
Then for the hand traps,
Oh, hand traps.
2 Veiler, 2 Maxi, and the standard 1 BLS.
That was awesome. How clutch were the Veilers today?
What?
How clutch were the Veilers today?
The Veilers saved me several times versus Necros.
I bet.
But it did nothing else for anything else.
Okay. What's next?
So, the spells,
Sure.
standard 1-ofs, Foolish, Raigeki, Mind Control, help me win Necros.
Great card.
2 instant fusions that didn't want to draw multiples too early.
Okay.
And 3 of each of the Shaddoll fusions.
Awesome. Well, you played traps too? A couple of them?
Yes. My build's a bit trappy.
Oh, okay.
So, 1 core, 1 Vandy, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 2 Breaking Spells.
Wow. What was the Mirror Force for?
The Mirror Force was for the surprise factor because it actually won me 1 Necros matchup.
Really?
Because he thought I had bricked pretty badly. So he rammed a Valkyrus, a Great Sorcerer, and a Trapeze Magician all at once into a single Mirror Force.
Ouch. Yeah, that's brutal. Let's check out your extra deck.
Extra deck?
Is that 40?
That's 40.
Okay.
Extra deck standard for XCs, Trapeze, OTKs, this, Rex BAs. Never used Rhapsody.
Oh, wow.
But I did consider using it once. Never managed to resolve Exiton. Castell, always useful.
Nice.
Emerald, sole reason why I won several games because this deck goes through constructs pretty quickly.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So when you run out of constructs, you start losing steam. So recycling 1 or 2 constructs is usually what.
Yeah, very useful.
So somebody suggested I play Trishula Dragon of the Iceberry, and I never made it.
Really? Not
Yes.
once? Oh.
Not once.
I mean, since you have the opportunity to make such a strong card, why not?
Usually, it will require me to burn Veilers.
Oh, okay.
Because 4/4/1 is the easy way to do it, and the only other way would be easy way would be Noden,
3 or something?
Noden, and either some combination of Falco
Right.
and Hedgehog, which doesn't really happen.
Okay.
So 2 Noden,
2 notice.
1 Anoya, 1 Shek, 1 Winda, 3 Construct.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. Most people are running 1 Winda now. Why is that?
So Winda is not as good anymore as it used to be. It used to be pretty good. I've been back to this lines format. But now that you have BA can get around it. Winda's good for BA, but BA has found ways to get around it. They've adapted. I guess Necros, the smallest blue monster, can kill this thing. And it's just for the matchups where Winda is good, I usually find that the single Winda tends to stick.
Okay.
So when matches where Winda is good, I'll only need 1 because that 1 Winda will tend to stay around for a while.
Okay, I got
So if I need 2 Windas, it's usually better summon something else at that point because, well, you shouldn't have to go through multiple Windas. It's definitely not free. Construct is hard to deck.
Right.
Shek's sort of like Winda in that the matchup is good against it, tends to stick. Anoya, Necros.
Yeah, you just gotta play it sometimes.
Yeah.
So you saying you didn't make Trish at all?
Never made Trish.
What would you play instead of Trishula?
There was a bunch of Cosmo here today, so maybe 1/4 Masquerade.
Oh yeah, that guy's great.
And yeah, that's the only thing I'd probably replace it with.
Okay.
I anticipate facing at least some Infernoid.
Right.
So I put in a Rhapsody, but that never happened.
All right, let's see.
And the only other time was I thought by using it against Necros is to banish their mirrors if it's early game.
Oh, for sure. That's clutch.
So for side deck,
Okay.
relatively simplistic. Standard 3 Retaliating C
card's
for
cool.
Necros and for the mirror. I didn't get any of the mirrors,
Really?
but Necros, it helps. 1 Denko, won me one game against BA where he just won me one game against BA in a really in a very convoluted method. So I had Denko in hand. I only one card on the field, which was a set Shaddoll fusion.
Okay.
And he had a Dante material, and I had a mind control. So I mind controlled his Dante. I detached a mill, and I milled 2 of the 3 cards I milled were Trick Clown and Damage Juggler.
Wow, that's
crazy.
I
basically squealed a little bit, and then I summoned Denko, and since he didn't have warning, I could call priority to use Shaddoll fusion.
Right.
That turn, and so Shaddoll away his Dante to make construct, and since I had Trick on the field and summoned itself, the extra hat triggered Mate Dweller, and I basically proceeded to OTK him from there.
Wow.
So 2 Dark Hole, mainly for Necros.
Right.
Because with Damage Juggler, you can survive OTK attempts that you otherwise would not have. So Necros is usually left with a large field after that.
Yeah.
So you can punish them by basically wiping out their board. Because this makes it possible for you to survive OTKs.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So 3 MST standard for Floodgates.
Right.
3 Iron Wall for Cosmo, Ritual Beast, and Infernoid. So I didn't face either Ritual Beast or Cosmo. No, I didn't face Ritual Beast or Infernoid. But against Cosmo, they find this very hard to get around.
Right.
Well, there was one person that instant fusioned for
Dragon?
No did.
Oh, okay.
And he tried to tribute summon a Slip Rider to get rid of it.
That's another out.
So they're driven to do very, very strange things to try to get rid of it.
I mean, they have to.
I never sided it against Necros because there's just too much rank 4 there for it to ever last.
Yeah, it's too easy for me.
So 3 Mind Crush.
That card's great.
So it's mainly for Necros,
right?
Because the standard force them to resolve their spells unoptimally, also to make Play-Doh Unicorn Fizzle. So it's less powerful against the clown version because if they have, let's say, if they have a cycle, then they usually use clouds to summon back unicorn.
Yeah, right. That's true.
And then that's a rank 4 right there. So it's also good against Cosmo because
he's gonna
it's sometimes hard to tell, but usually you can telegraph. They telegraph what they're trying to summon, and also you sometimes know what they have. So in one case, they had a Farm Girl, and I had Iron Wall up, so they drew the MST that turn. Farm Girl attacked Honest, search for Forerunner. I had a set Mind Crush behind it, so he had tried to MST Iron Wall, and in response to it, I chained Mind Crush to rip the Forerunner from his hand.
That's great play. That's really good. Would you change anything in the side, or do you like it?
I might take out 1 Dark Hole because I found with 2 Dark Holes and 1 Right Genki, I was drawing into the multiples too often, which is how I lost the last match.
Oh, man.
So last match I got 2'd by Necros. Game 2 drew into Dark Hole, Right Genki, Beast, Dragon, and Trick Clown, and there was no way to get out of that.
That's unfortunate. Maybe any more Dankos?
Denko's not really, because the thing that I fear most right now will be Retaliating Sea, and
for sure.
And Denko does not do anything to that.
Yeah, that card's brutal. All right, well, congratulations, man. This is your first top?
No, I talked with LA Regionals earlier this year.
Awesome, man. Keep topping, man. Keep doing your thing.
Wait, was that last week?
No, it was the one last season.
Last season.
Sometime around March.
All right.
Is that how you won that match?
Here, hold on. Give me a second.
No,
thank you guys for watching. That's our deck profile. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, go to our Facebook fan page, and